Seems like it does work. Is it public, is the question. Yep, it is public. Nice. Alright. That's my bed. I want to sit down. Yeah. Hello. I'm not sure if y'all can hear me. I would hope that you can. Well, anyways, just like I said, the posts, these avatars are public use. The avatars I'm going to be using in these live streams are public use until I end up getting enough money to be able to get my own custom avatar. If need be, I can always provide links and just credit to the avatar creators if they want me to do that. If they've said that before and I just didn't read it somewhere, my apologies, first of all. Second, I think a lot of people have been wondering, what the hell have you been doing these past while? Nothing. I'll be honest. I've just been a bit lazy. Not exactly a star YouTube streamer or anything like that. So I just upload whenever I want to, which is kind of the entire point of this channel. But why not? Live stream, right? And, well, for everyone's information, I'm okay, don't worry. I know that's probably the last thing you'll care about. You'll probably wonder what this avatar is. It's a non-cat demo. Well, let's see here. Let me get the specific name. I'm sorry if I butcher your name. Candy Creatures, with the Z instead of an S at the end. Beautiful avatar. I would honestly really love to have an avatar commissioned by you if, for whatever reason, you decided to. I'll make sure to give credit to the avatar creators and this world, actually. Let's do it. This world is created by a person. This person, if I can actually find the world, hello. Where is it? Starlight Cabin. It won't show me the name, damn. I probably should have done my research. This is why you do your research, kids. This is why you do your research. So, if anyone just tunes into the stream, I'll just be here. Well, you know. Because I've been up since 7 o'clock. And it's currently 1:38 p.m. What am I doing? I don't know. I'm just here. Let me actually just... If you're wondering, this streamer mode blocks out majority of the stuff to make it to where, you know, so people don't get sued. So, first of all, non-cat demo. Made by this wonderful creator known as Candy Creatures. Makes very, very good things. Another one is him. This is Night Beast that you'll randomly see me sport and pose in. This was made by Spreaky. Very, very interesting avatar, considering the fact that while he doesn't have many toggles, very, very fun to dance in. Very, very fun to dance in. Then, of course, we have probably my, I guess, best one that I found that is public use. I don't know why it's so fucking weird, but this was made by Few. There's a bunch of others, including, if not limited to, ones made by Artie. For instance, the doggo. Fluffy Artie. And might I say, Fluffy. Or Artie. I'm a big fan of these. I love him in particularly. I also love your TV Gen avatars, as well as this little guy. This little guy right here. Regardless of the fact that I'm using these avatars, I want everyone to know that these are not mine. I wish that, you know, I had some credit in these, but I really don't. And I want people to understand something. That, even though it's common sense, a lot of people still don't really know how to give credit. I don't really know how to give credit either. But it's something that a lot of people seem to always complain about, and it doesn't seem like a lot of people really want to show how to do credit. And it kind of sucks, because people that actually put time and effort into making these things don't get the credit they deserve. So, obviously, public use. I wish I had the money to be able to get custom avatar, but I don't have that type of money. I wish I did. I wish I did. So anyways, right now, I'm gonna lay down. Because until see people actually interact with the stream, I'm just gonna assume the stream's dead. Hope y'all don't mind looking at a shark tail. I really don't. If y'all have any recommendations for avatars that I should look at, maybe even do your small little dances with them, anything like that, yeah, I'll check them out. Can't promise that I'll like them, but Yeah. For whatever reason, I'm not sure exactly why, but I've also noticed that a lot of people actually do play VR chat, like me. If for whatever reason you would want to be interested in being in a video or being mentioned for whatever real reason, you can look up the username Otternight as capital OTTERNIGHT. It's not like I'm forcing you to do it because, well, there's no real point. Not point to really doing it. I will say that there are definitely going to be videos that are going to be coming out, but I also know that, well, for some reason, unfortunately, one of the main avatars I used, which was also public use, ended up getting either taken off the platform or something of the sort. I'm scared that that was because of me. So that's why I say that giving credit is important. It's one of the most important things that you can do. Because after all, it's literally just like spitting in someone's face and then saying that what they created is yours. I do hope that people understand that I'm not that type of person. I'd never. I wouldn't do it intentionally. Because, like, a lot of people that make those types of mistakes, we're human. Anyways. A lot of, well actually, not that many people have wondered if I'll ever do stuff like show my face. No. Even if I have promised it in the past, I've realized that all it does is cause more annoyance for people. Especially the people that I know IRL. Will I be disclosing any information that I've promised in the past? No. Despite the fact that this channel is supposed to show the more human side of me, I don't think it's necessary or really appropriate to do stuff like that. Why dox myself just to show I'm human when you could see it through my actions and responses? I don't expect everyone to be okay with this. I also don't expect really anyone to care. Because the people that already know who I am, so this doesn't affect them. The people that it does affect are the people that have literally just watched maybe one or two of my videos. And to those people, hello. And you could say, why did you do a live stream? You literally have no person active right now that would probably watch it. I don't know. Just wanted to do a live stream. Just felt like it was a thing that I probably need to do a lot more since I don't really record and edit videos. Makes a lot more sense for me to do a live stream. Because after all, you can't really edit out stuff that you say in a live stream, and not to mention the fact of, unless I do massive bludders. I don't know what the hell just happened. They actually just imageristic. Anyways, like that. Unless I do massive bludders like that, there's no real reason to restart the stream. Which, by the way, not doing, because I know that y'all find it kind of funny. Despite the fact that many people that probably watch these videos are probably friends, even the ones that do watch my streams and aren't, you know, they're not associated with me, they don't know me, or heck, they want nothing to do with me, they're just subscribed and get to unsubscribe. I hope y'all know that y'all are really, really important. Seriously, I don't think people really understand how important subscribers are to YouTubers. It's common, but it's true. A king is not a king without its kingdom. YouTuber isn't a YouTuber without its subscribers. And a lot of people, especially big famous YouTubers, well, the more immature ones, the, well, really planksters, and just people that out fame just by one stupid clip and don't really have quality videos, aka the worst type of YouTubers that really outshadow the ones that deserve the best. I'm not saying that I'm one of these people. Hell, I probably have some of the lowest quality videos you probably ever see when it comes to VRC. It's literally just me sitting here, laying here, just talking to a camera, like I usually do. Consistency is key, but there is a point where it becomes not a very good thing. Especially whenever this entire thing is supposed to show who I am. Do I really want to show the lazy part of me? I mean, to be fair, I do, but that's not the point. The common thing. You can only keep on going for ever so long. How long is determined by how much you actually want to go. For many people, it depends on how many videos you're able to pump out. Whether you do editing, whether you have to make thumbnails, whether you have to consistently redo a video just because, well, I ended up doing something out of order that would make me look really, really stupid. Depending on how much time, effort, and energy you put into a video will probably determine how much you want it to succeed, how much you care about it, how much you want it to blow up. And people seem to think that it's not that hard of a job when it's one of the most mentally draining things. Aside from being, obviously, stuff like teachers and other things that honestly matter to a lot of people. It's a common trope with the older generations of our time that they think that the newer generations are lazy, or not wanting to work, or people who oh, they're just on their phones all day, or oh, they're just on their devices all day, or oh, back in this day, we didn't have to do this. And forgive me for going on this spiel, but I feel like a lot of people feel the same. I know that at least I do to a certain degree. I know that every generation within humanity's society has its purpose. The older generation is supposed to uplift, to show, to give a manual, to show how to work hard, to show how to live in an environment that they created. And it seems like, to me at least, a lot of these things get mistranslated. They get lost, and then it becomes a whole thing. I don't think a lot of people truly understand how important it is to teach instead of just bicker. It's one of the biggest things that I've actually learned throughout, I guess, my many years of living. I've especially learned it, funny enough, on this game. A lot of people give VR chat a lot of criticism. It's filled with pedos, it's filled with trolls, it's filled with loud, obnoxious things, stuff like Phantom Sense and ERP and all this quite understandably gross stuff. The stuff that a lot of people have a problem with. And I have a problem with it as well. But every game has that type of problem. I'm not gonna condone the actions and the relative neglect that the developers for VR chat have. They deserve criticism just as any other game developer. But I personally have a bias towards this game. It's the one game that, despite if I'm having a bad day, despite if I'm just not in the right headspace, if I feel like nothing is going right, I can, at very least, get on here and look at the world. Many people undermine the beauty of this game. The pure atmosphere, the creativity, the endless amount of options that you have. Whether you're a standalone Quest user, Questy, or someone like me who has full body tracking, is connected to a computer, and is streaming this all through OBS. There's something for everyone. And I feel like a lot of people forget that fact. Because a lot of people just associate VR chat with its problems, which understandably so. But there's a small problem with that. Just one. They forget about the good parts of this game. Whenever I first started playing this game, within a week, I was obviously enjoying it. I didn't have to deal with the motion sickness that a lot of people did whenever they started playing stuff like this. But I didn't necessarily jump straight in. I was hesitant. And this, obviously, means that I didn't really know what to do. Of course there were worlds to explore, of course there's avatars to look at, to try on each and everything, but one of the things that first impressions really show to me about this game, whenever I was just requesting, how beautiful the game is. Not visually, well, visually, but in a sense of peace. If you've ever watched any type of VR chat YouTuber or just person that talks about, VR drama and everything like that, you'll probably learn about one of the many problematic ones known as VR chat sleepers or e-sleepers. This is coming from a person who has, on accident, slept twice in VR chat. Both times in public lobbies. Of course, I was in a secluded area, so I didn't have to deal with trolls or anything like that, but that's not really what a lot of people think of. A lot of people think of the more problematic side of this game. And I know it sounds like I'm just going on a ramble, and to be fair, I am. But you joined this live stream, so is it my fault? It's not your fault, because you probably thought that I was just going to be playing games or anything like that, not just laying down here. Who the hell knows? But regardless of this fact, a lot of people seem to forget that this is a game, a social game, somewhat similar to VR chat, Roblox. Well, it is VR chat, but similar to stuff like Roblox, Rec Room. It's gonna have its problems. Does that mean that I condone all the issues that it has? Does it mean that I think that all these problems are ridiculous and no one should care? Of course you should care. I may be an idiot, but I'm not stupid. But for the people that just hate on the game just because they've seen a few clips, try it. Actually log on to VR chat. Play it on a friend's Quest. Actually play the game for a week at most. I guarantee you that at least a little part of you will enjoy it. I'm not gonna say that this game is all sunshine and rainbows and everything in it is super fun and super bright and super kid friendly. It's not. The game is 13 plus. There's gonna be things that you wish that you could unsee in this game, as is any game. Things that you wish that you could just erase from your memory, but unfortunately, you can't. Does this mean that I'm condoning brainwashing yourself to the point where you can't think about anything else? No, because, well, I don't think we can do that, not yet at least. Two. A lot of people, especially nowadays, have anxiety. Social anxiety. They don't want to talk to people. They're scared that they'll mess up, get made fun of by the group that they're hanging out with, and they think that if they mess up even one word, that it's over. I should not be dealing with anything ever again, and everyone is gonna hate me. If I said that, you would call me crazy. Because that's what I first thought. A lot of people today deal with social anxiety. They deal with that feeling that stays in your head. They feel like they can't talk to anyone. I would know because, well, I've got a camera pointed at them. And that's why I'm recording this and doing a live stream to no one. Because like a lot of people, I'm scared. But just because you're scared doesn't mean you shouldn't try. A lot of people in this world, in this place, have a big problem with socializing. And this game, unironically, helps. But it's not just the social aspect. You know how many people I've seen be happier after they found an avatar that they really enjoyed? Found friends that could talk to them about anything. Groups that you could enjoy and be a part of, and you could hang out. It's the entire point of a social VR game, but a lot of people seem to forget that fact. And I know I've gone over this, I've glossed over this, I've went over this multiple times, but I cannot iterate it enough. A game will have flaws. A community will have flaws. Certain parts of a community will have parts that a lot of people will find weird or disgusting. Am I saying that they should just stop judging people? Only in a certain range. Keep that in mind. But I'm saying, for instance, what I was doing right then. Laying down. Just chilling. I could have easily fallen asleep. I would have been easily. I don't judge people for that. I don't judge people for, getting high on this game. I don't judge people for drinking on this game. I don't judge people for playing music, singing. I blame trolls, but that's a bit of a different story. That's a different video entirely. And also, I obviously do blame pedals. But those are the only two. And even then, at least from what I've seen recently, from the public instances I go into, you'd be surprised how many people are willing to go to bat to protect the younger audience here. Of course, not every instance is like this, but the majority of the instances that I've been a part of or seen that had these types of creepy individuals have been surprisingly positive. Of course, you'll always have a few instances, but don't let that scare you. Don't let that take you away from what you enjoy. And what I enjoy? Dancing. Now, I won't be able to dance right now because I don't know copyright music, as well as the fact of, well, I don't want to get copyright stricken. Because then the entire dance section will be taken out. So, let's get this to 100 views. You don't even have to watch the entire thing, just get it to 100 views. And maybe give me recommendations for songs that would actually, like, not get copyrighted. Because I don't want to get copyright. I would rather not. But regardless of that, I probably need to end the stream because it... 35 minutes? Oh, dang. Alright, well. I will say that, if for whatever reason you're watching till the end of this video, first of all, hi. Second of all, thank you. And third of all, you're about to see something really, really cool. There we go. Thank you. And you have no idea how much I appreciate it. Anyways, for right now, this is Rude, your VRC YouTuber, signing out.